So descending off a beam with a pull through, if we're up there and we can feel whether it's sharp or not, or whether it's hot, then it's actually quite straightforward. One of the big dangers with this, as everybody knows, is getting on the wrong side of it. Now there is something we can do to completely eliminate that. So all I'm going to do first is I'm going to send one of my rig for rescue ropes to the floor, and then give myself a bit of slack, and I'm going to tie an alpine. And then I'm going to tie another alpine in the other one, assuming it hits the floor. So I've got two alpines, and then I just toss them over the beam. And then I just need carabiner into both ropes, carabiner round both ropes, do the gates up. So that is in effect our pull through, but obviously we can't retrieve it. We've got two ropes going to the floor, so all I need to do is take my other rig for rescue rope and clip it in the loops between the two. So now I've got a pull through to come down. And even if I was a complete numpty and I got on the wrong side, you know, if I put my descender on that backup, on that line, it's still obvious I've got a backup. It's impossible to get it 100% wrong, all right? Right, if we're just going to look at protecting this now. If I'm up here on aid, I can feel whether that's sharp or not, okay? But if it was a little bit rough or you didn't like it, you could easily put a rope protector in. So I'm just going to get the rope protector, tie it between the alpines, just with a lark's foot, stop it going back down again. All right, and now I can use this over the beam, lay my ropes into it. Right, so I've got my rope set in my rope protector now. I can just feed it up, and if I just feed it in between the two crabs as well, it should be nice and solid around the beam now. So I'll just double check there's nothing touching any sharp edges, and then I can jump on the ropes here and go down. And when I pull the retrieval, might be a bit stiff, this should pull tight and it should all come off. All right, I certainly wouldn't do it if it was razor sharp, but you know, if it's just a bit rough, when you look for some protection, it's all right. Okay, so we're just going to have a look at going down using a pull through and presuming that this edge is really, really sharp, all right? I mean, at work I would think you could always just aid climb somewhere where it wasn't sharp, but there may be a situation where you do have to go off a section of steelwork that is really sharp, all right? First thing I'm going to do is put my wire strop over. Put another one over. It just helps me, I use this as a starting point. All right, they go to there, and then rig for rescue rope goes to the floor again. Tie an alpine. I'll just clip that one in. I'll just tie another one next to it. Clip that one in. Right, so I can see I've got my starting point. And now I'm just going to get another pulley, pop it on here. And then move the pulley into the wire strop. So we've got that going on again. And then we'll do the same with the other one. All right, so the pulleys again are stopping the alpine from going through If you do this on a single rope, you can pull through the carabiner. I mean, it's not so bad when you've got this loop between. It tends not to pull through, but it can. And then they get stuck. So we do that, and then I just need to get my rig for rescue rope again. Again, so the temptation with this is that you clip it into there, because that's where you think you're going to clip it. The problem with that is when you pull it, they get stuck on the beam and it won't come back down. There's just too much friction in it. All right, so you have to get your rope, and basically we have to pull these back over the beam. That's what you've got to think you've got to do. Chuck it over and either tie it in or clip it in. All right, so I can jump on now. When I pull this, it pulls the whole lot back over. Yeah, so it's nice and clean, then you've just got the friction of the rope. So the pulleys are tight against the knots, nothing can pull through, and you know it's going to come back over.